What's going on, everybody? Brad Cohen, Harmon Realty. It is the end of June, start of July, and I wanted to take this video to give you a mid-year market update on what's been going on in the Harrisonburg and Rockingham real estate market. First, let's start with some stats. Year to date, there have been 767 home sales, which is an increase of 4.5% over this time last year. Second, the median days on market is now at 5, which is right in line with where it was yesterday. So 50% of homes are selling in less than a week. Third, the median sale price year to date is now up to $298,900. This is a 14% increase over this time last year. Right now, if we look at what's pending currently, there are 350 homes under contract expected to close before the end of the year, and that's assuming we put no new contracts together between now and the end of the year. Interestingly enough, half of those contracts are all new construction, so it'll be interesting to see how many of those actually get completed before the end of the year. So now let's take a snapshot of what's happened since interest rates have risen. Contract activity for the month of June. So far in the month of June, there's been 113 contracts signed. This is a pretty dramatic decrease from last year where we saw 143 contracts signed in the month of June. It'll be very interesting to see whether this is a summer slump, quote unquote, that we see typically every year at vacation season, or whether this is an actual measurable statistical response to what's been going on with interest rates. Also interesting is in looking at active listings right now, the median days on market has risen to 12 from the prior 6 months being at 5. I'm very interested to see whether this is a result of the same summer slump that we were just talking about, where everybody's out on vacation, or whether this is actually indicative of the market slowing down. Most notably for this mid-year update is that interest rates are now up close to 6%. This is nearly double what they were this time last year, and also nearly double what they were at the beginning of this year. This is probably the biggest threat to the real estate market for the rest of the year, and definitely a stat we're going to want to pay close attention to. So, what could the rest of the year bring? It'll be really, really interesting to see. It's still a little bit too early to tell for certain, but I'll be monitoring it very closely over the next 2 months. The tides could be turning a little bit. It could be that we're returning to what I would consider to be a more normal real estate market for the rest of the summer and the fall. Remember, as a seller, you still hold a lot of control in this market. You can still get top dollar for your home, and you can still get the terms that you desire. But you may have to adjust a little bit. You may not be getting 30 showings on opening weekend. You may not be getting 8 offers. You may only be getting 2. It's not necessarily the end of the world. Don't panic. It's still a good time to sell your house. Remember that as a buyer, you may be able to negotiate a little bit more than we have for the first half of this year, but your buying power may have diminished a bit as a result of the rising interest rates. Inventory levels are ticking up, and you may have some more homes to look at. Don't be scared off by the headlines. It is still a good time to buy a home, especially if you're planning to be in the area for a while. Thanks for watching my video, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed some up-to-date market statistics as well as some predictions for next year and trends that I'm watching really closely. If you have any questions about the local market or what may be going on right now, please feel free to reach out in the comments, in an email, or feel free to text me. Brad Cohen, your local real estate resource in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County. Thanks for watching.